I'm Dan Morris. You're watching Bosun Dan Bushcraft. It's very dark. It's about 4:30 in the morning, and I've got a vitamin coffee. Rather exciting times, because today we are beginning Bosun Dan's 7-day European tour. That's right, we're going to 7 countries in 7 days. Hopefully, if all goes well, we're going to 7 countries in 7 days. And we are starting off, we're going through France to Belgium, to Germany, where we're going from there, Luxembourg, Switzerland, Austria, Italy, and I don't think I've missed any. Might have done. If so, I don't know, I'll put it in the description. It's very, very early. So I'm going to get myself a nice swig of coffee. Then I'm going to bomb on down to the other end of town and meet my mate Adam. And then we're off all the way down to Dover to hop on the ferry. Delightful. Now, I'm probably not going to film too much of the UK as we're leaving, because we've done plenty of bike tours around the UK. It's not that interesting, is it? You know, if we live here. If you live here, you've seen it. So we'll probably start off with the footage more so when we get to Dover and on the ferry. And then we'll take a look at France as we pass through Dunkirk and everywhere else. And I believe we're going through France straight on to Belgium. So we'll be looking at some of that. But I'm going to finish this coffee, do a little final check of everything. Oh yeah, and we're going on Rosie, the Africa Twin. I bought the bike specifically for this trip, actually about this time last year. So we've pretty much only had Rosie about a year now. Oh, so I'm going to finish my brew, make my necessary pre-flight checks, and then we're off. Well folks, here we are on Le Ferry, and I don't know why I did a French accent, it's an Irish boat, but we are going to make us way around the ferry and try and find a nice pleasant place for a brew. It's been rather a long time since I last had a coffee now, so it's been a hell of a long time since I've last been on a ferry as well. Not much has changed. Here we go Up the old staircase. And the view through a very dirty window. Beautiful. Another castle in the background there. Yes, here we are on the ferry, making the Ollie Jolly crossing. Come out onto this deck because the ferry's a little bit warm inside, and when you're in bike gear it's no fun whatsoever. So I figured we'd come here where it was not quite so roasting. And here we are on the back of said ferry, and I'm wondering if I can actually just get down to where the boat deck is and see the cars. Cars? We're not in cars, we're on bikes. But you know what I mean. See if we can see where they are safely nestled. Haha! Only just, literally. You can just see Rosie's bum sticking out. If you look between the end of this building and the railing, you can just see Rosie's bottom poking out. There they are, safely strapped down there. Good, they haven't fallen over. Sensational. And there we go, leaving England for the first time in about 20 years, but don't matter. One of them beautiful lifeboats, them things are indestructible. I'd love to get hold of one of them lifeboats, turn it into a little narrowboat type thing and go cruise the inland waterways. Bit silly, but fun. The shores of France are looming closer and closer.
Ferry going across the Calais.
And here we go, up the ramp into Calais. Beautiful. So from Calais, we're going to make a bit of a stop off at Dunkirk and take a wander around there. Get some of this bleeding bike gear off because it's quite warm in France today.
So this restaurant is actually the Princess Elizabeth, and it is a genuine paddle steamer from the 1920s, and it did actually take part in the Dunkirk evacuations, bringing a load of soldiers home. So although she's currently a restaurant, she is actually a real paddle steamer. Beautiful. Of course, being in Dunkirk, you can't really move without finding something from the war, because, you know, it's Dunkirk. So that's going to happen. But apparently she personally evacuated thousands of soldiers back to British waters. Awfully decent of her. But now permanently moored as a restaurant, although still floating. So who knows if one day they'll steam her up and take her for a spin. Very seaworthy at one point. And here we have the Dunkirk harbour. We're not actually staying in France today, we're moving on straight through into Belgium. So we just thought we'd pull over in Dunkirk, get a bite to eat, take take a peep around. But I say get a bite to eat. We've come all the way to France and we found a McDonald's. Yes, how very explorative of us.
Battery still got anything left? 13%.
Ow! My face, my beautiful face. Right, we got some organisationing to do. Okay, we are at the hotel, which is the AO Brussels Central. You can find them at aohotels.com should you want to be here. It's a fairly nice hotel. They have spent a fortune on a heck of a lot of marble. Everything is marble. Literally, everything is marble. Right down to even your window ledge is marble. Very nice. Bit of an issue with the place though. They seem to be having a bit of a dreadful shortage of towels. I can only imagine that this is an ongoing theme on account that people keep robbing the towels. Bathroom's alright. Nice mirror, so you can watch yourself shower if that's what you're into. Maybe you could flex or something. Look, see what I mean? They're having a massive towel problem. People are nicking them, aren't they? Shower's fair decent. Gets hot, gets cold. On a day like that, we've been stuck in that bike gear all day and warm. Oh my word, cold. Cold showers. There's only one towel. There's two of us. Fortunately, I have brought a towel and I'm using the TV as a drying rack because, you know, it's not my TV. A bit of a problem that you guys will never know because I'll have to do something about it when I'm editing, but my attempt at having a Bluetooth microphone so that I could talk to you while I was riding has failed. All it's really picked up is bloody wind noise. Which is gonna kind of put a bit of a downer on this first video. I don't know, I'm gonna have to look into this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a pro at this. I don't really know what I'm doing. I tried, I had a bit of conversation with it. It hasn't really worked that well, but the room's fairly nice really. There's Adam with the air conditioning. Hello. With the air conditioning, which is in fact a fan. And we do have underground parking, which claims to be secure. But here we are in the beautiful city of Brussels. Hey! And we are going to go and have a little wander about in a bit. And there's a guy unlocking his scooter. Beautiful. Here's the ladies. Just check the old. Here they are. We've left them soundly asleep in this supposedly nice and secure underground parking at this AO Brussels Central Hotel. Yeah, I've left these bags on the side, but there's just bits of bikey stuff in there and a first aid kit. Hopefully no one will nick that, but there we go. And we've got our guardian road angel with us that we've named Paul. Her Adam's dad. His late father, who would have absolutely loved this trip, but would have bollocked the shite out of Adam for being on a motorbike. That's probably now the second time I've ever used any sort of profanity on my channel. Might get worse later. We are on holiday. But here's an underground car park for all you lovely people. We are just having a beautiful wander around Brussels. A beautiful glass-filled city. Adam's ran off. A beautiful glass-filled city. Tell you what though, it could use a bit of a litter pick. Won't lie about that. There's a bike there locked up. Don't know if the seat's been stolen or if they took it with them to prevent it being stolen. Don't know who's stealing bike seats. Bit of a water feature. But Brussels is quite a nice place, really. There's a lot of very modern mixed in with a lot of very old, which I don't dislike, I have to say. I don't dislike. Quite nice. But if you're into glass, this is the place to be. Nice big Volvo bus for any of you who follow me mate Dan's channel, Truckabilly. Nice big crane in the background. I can't look at all that without thinking about GTA 5 for some reason, but
That looks very train station-y.
it does look train stationy or massive bus terminus. There's a lot of coaches around it. Really what we're doing at the moment is we're trying to find a place where we can, well, we want a pint, obviously, but we're trying to find a place to get some decent water, because I'm not trusting, I don't trust the tap water back in the UK, I ain't trusting it here. So boys will be boys, and we have found what appears to be a gigantic steam rail train. Look at that! It reminds me of we've seen the animated Tintin film where Captain Haddock and Red Rackham are fighting using such things. That's one of them. Ain't it a beaut? His typical bosun Dan's found something old and just gone, ooh, look at this. It is rather nice though. Imagine having one of them in your back garden. There's got to be a canal over there or something, hasn't there? Because that's obviously been used for loading. Oh, it's got a bar under it. Look at that beast. Fred Dibner would have been all over that. Look at that. Beautiful. What a lovely thing. Alright, I'm a bit nerdy about these things. There's a canal over there, I can't quite get to it yet. Big old canal. Some rather stunning old building. I know, we're terrible tour guides, I haven't got a clue what any of this is, by the way. I've just jumped on my motorbike, appeared in Europe and gone, let's have a look at this. Look at this canal. I bet there's some fishies in there. This would be a good place for some mousetrap fishing. If you know, you know. Nice bit of tram action as we roam Brussels aimlessly, trying to find a bar. I don't think people in Brussels drink. I mean, we're not looking to get silly or anything. We just figured a cheeky, just a cheeky pint or two. Can't find anything. So far, the only things we have found open, pizza shops. You can get a pizza. You can get a haircut. You can get a haircut. Yeah, there's plenty of barbers open.
Oh, you can get fruit and veg.
You can get fruit and veg. And we have managed to find a place to secure some water. But drinking establishments, no. So until then, here's another tram. Well, it's the same tram, but here's that same tram again. And we have found a lovely little gaming bar called the Cuba Cafe. And here I am with a lovely drink of Hergarden. It's even got a couple of slices of lemon in it. Delicious. Charming city. Although a lot of it is under construction and repair at the moment, so.
In need of a garden.
And in need of a bit of gardening, bit of a leather pecking, but other than that, it's pretty good. So we're all happy now. We found a pint, and it's got a lemon in it, so can't be bad. And we found another bar. The Eau Libre. Or Eau Libre, I don't know. I don't speak this language. But we do have a lovely big beer. Don't know what it is because again, can't pronounce it. Jupiler. But this is a proper charming little pub, and it's almost, if I don't get ran over, a very English looking pub actually, if I dare say. It's a very traditional looking pub. And we have all these lovely signs and stuff inside. I'd say it's decorated like a pub with those wooden bloody walls and lots of signage. And just generally very pub-like. It's just rather nice, really. So here we are, just some, I don't know, some sort of statue of a guy sitting on a little veranda-y thing up there. That kind of shook me for a moment there. I thought somebody was actually sat there. But here we are, basically just sampling Europe's best bars at the moment, and that can't be bad. But look at this! Look at that! Beautiful. Look, two of them. This is so Assassin's Creed. It's clearly a Church of Mary, looking at the statue on it there. But look at this. A nice Citroen H-Type as some sort of coffee bar. Look at this. You literally can't move for abandoned e-bikes everywhere, but in the modern world. But what a lovely place, look at that. I think I found my favourite place in Brussels. Greek and ribs. Why not? And the ribs is written in red, because why wouldn't it be? Get yourself to Greek and ribs in Brussels. You'll have yourself a hell of a time. So now, we're just being a bit nerdy, and we found some beautiful little model planes. Look at these. Fantastic.
Made more interesting by the quantity of drink.
Exactly. A few pints and some model planes. Kind of shows the type of people that we are. A few pints with everything that's going on here. What has interested us is some model planes. Imagine that big bugger if it was an actual flying model, though.
Obviously.
Yeah, wouldn't it? So that's the kind of people we are. We see some earlier on we were getting all excited by a big steam crane. Now we see some model aircraft, and there's clearly something jumping down here. Oh, and a lovely clock tower. So I couldn't not show you this bit of Brussels scenery. Look at this. How Assassin's Creed is this? Wow. And the further we step out, look at this. Beautiful. I have been here before once. I do remember being here before. It was New Year's for the year 2000, actually. A long time ago now. Where are we? 2020. It was 26 years ago. Jeez. Wow. I do remember it though.
So what were you doing then, about 40?
Shut up, you.
Ja, jetzt wird die ganzen Beleuchtungen abgebaut.
It's just Jesus with a beer. The toilet, but here's this place. Take a look at this. Nice little staircase. But I thought what really interests me about this, is we've got well, the old school photo booth. That's proper old school. €3 is 3 poses. I don't think I've got the change for that right now. Oh, look at this. We've got this lovely little, I'm going to call it a gantry. Bit of scenery. This place is all about the old school brewing, apparently. I can't read any of the words because I don't speak the language, but what I really like is, look at this. Look at the roofs made out of the old school copper brewing vats. Isn't that rather lovely? Thing to do with them. Very nice. So we were off to bed, but then I saw this. And it kind of reminded me of something from Harry Potter. And the floors are incredibly slippy. And the roof is beautiful, isn't it? What a place. So I thought, instead of getting in bed, we'll take a stroll down here. Oh yeah, because we were getting in bed about 2 hours ago. Because we thought, there's nowhere in this place, everything's shut, let's go to the hotel, have a beer and go to bed. And instead we just found actually a load of nightlife and this place.
The corner of Brussels, that's actually stunning.
Yeah, and look at it.
What a shopping centre.
I know, look at the marble. I probably won't show on the camera because it's dark now, but everything is marble. And I don't mean that fake buy on Amazon glue to your bathroom marble, I mean marble. Look at the glasswork there. Yeah. And if you lived here and you saw this every day, you'd still probably think it was amazing. So it's been about 10 minutes and it's still going. I can strongly recommend Brussels. It gets...
Just not the wrong end.
We just got the wrong end at first. It gets down seal of approval. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that looks like a load of Viking shields hanging on a table.
It's tables folded up.
Oh, it's folded to it. Never mind then. Ignore me. That's obviously the foreign beer talking. And a strange rabbit lady on a push bike. No trip is complete without a strange push bike riding rabbit lady. And I am back to the hotel room, back to the delicious massive window and fan, because it's very warm tonight here. Brussels is a most curious and vibrant city. I strongly recommend you visit. But for this particular video, guys, that is all I need to do for this one. So until the next part of the tour, I shall say goodnight, catch you on the next one. Get yourselves out there, get having fun, get bushcrafting, get yourselves to Brussels, very strange place. Until then, I'm boasting out and I will catch you on the next one.